We are Team Immersion and take a journey with us to Wuhan, China. Located in the Hubei province, Wuhan is the most populous city in central China. Home to over 10 million people, Wuhan has become a political, economic, and transportational hub for China. First, Camilla will discuss the economic overview and history of Wuhan.
Wuhan is becoming an innovation and research center that is backed by highly educated people and a strong high-tech industry. With that, residents of Wuhan contribute to a GDP of over 551 billion US dollars to China's total GDP, which is over 11 trillion US dollars. Throughout our research, we also found that Wuhan is home to Wuhan Iron and Steel Group, the third largest producer of these materials in China. Other major industries include automobile manufacturing with Dongfeng Automobile Co., development of new pharmaceuticals with Zhonghang Pharmaceutical Group Co., as well as other industries such as biology engineering and creating new materials for environmental protection. Wuhan, also known as the River City, is situated at the junctions of the Hangzheng and Yangtze rivers. Divided by these rivers, Wuhan is comprised of Wuchang, Hanyang, and Haoku towns, whose scales and rate of development are different than Wuhan's. But due to heavy waterway influence, the city became a major transshipment point in the late 19th century. It set the city up as a trading post during the Second Opium War, and much later, the Gateway to the Three Gorges project established a hydroelectric dam in the Yangtze River, further allowing Wuhan to become a city of trading and innovation. Today, business has shifted to modern manufacturing and high-tech industries. A lot of Wuhan's technological influence comes from the vast majority of universities that recruit China's brightest students with focuses in many technological fields.
Next, Mallory will discuss the language and religion in Wuhan and the product our team decided we would bring into the country.
The main language spoken in Wuhan is Southwestern Mandarin Chinese. They've developed their own dialect that shares many similarities to Mandarin but has some varying pronunciations. Buddhism is the most practiced religion in Wuhan, but people also practice Islam and Catholicism. All religious activities in China are allowed but are closely monitored by the government. Religion has become integrated into business, especially for merchants. A product we identified that we could bring from the U.S. to Wuhan is baby formula. Baby formula is an item that women have been going online to find as opposed to buying in-store. In 2008, the Chinese milk crisis led mothers to search for safe baby formula to be imported from other countries because they didn't trust the formula that was being made in China. In a quote that we found from BBC, it said, "Those who can afford it often choose to buy imported formula over Chinese brands because of fears of over-dangerous levels of hormones and chemicals sometimes found in local baby formula." It could be useful to start having U.S. companies go in and manufacture and sell American baby formula in China. Chinese mothers respect foreign baby formula because they are scared of the things found in the Chinese formula. If the U.S. had strict guidelines on their products, factories, workers, etc., the Chinese woman could get formula much cheaper than having it imported and have a peace of mind.
Martha will discuss daily life and the economic barriers and rich points in Wuhan. With a city size of 3,280 square miles, Wuhan has a sprawling city and suburban life. Home to 3 national universities, including Wuhan University, Wuhan has a high college-aged population. Popular attractions in Wuhan include the Wuhan Zoo, the Yellow Crane Tower, and going to one of its various shopping malls. Wuhan is considered the financial center of China, with most of its occupations in the finance or tech fields. The average income of the Wuhan worker is about 64,000 RBM, which translates to 9,275 US dollars. Wuhan has a colorful nightlife, with various clubs to attend and folk performances to see on Viking Street. Wuhan is home to its own football team and to the Wuhan Sports Center, which hosted the FIFA Women's Cup in 2007. It is nicknamed the Fortunate Place of Chinese football. Wuhan is a very technologically advanced city with a focus in science, the environment, and engineering. Since it is the most populated city in central China, Wuhan is highly polluted with lots of traffic. They have an organized metro and rail system that citizens find useful in daily life. Wuhan also sees many tourists each year, drawing people in with attractions like its Yangtze River cruise. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and learned something new about Wuhan, China.